What's up, everybody? This is Brad, and it's been a little bit since I've done a video where I just talked about stuff that I was interested in. And with Fortnite now in Chapter 5, where they are trying to establish the game as more of a platform instead of just a game, and these introductions of these new modes, Fortnite Festival, Rocket Racing, and Lego Fortnite, to go alongside Battle Royale, and with the company officially recognizing those four different modes of Fortnite as different games, separate games entirely, but connected either way. That has me thinking, this clearly can't be all that they're planning to do. And one of the things that I always thought was so interesting and fun about Fortnite is the number of characters that have crossed over from various forms of media, be it cartoons or comic books, video games, even just celebrities showing up in the game. So that's had me thinking for a long time now. Like, I've thought about this like way before we even knew that they were planning to go this route. But I want to revisit the idea of a Fortnite fighting game and how that would work. So right now, I think all of the versions of Fortnite except for Lego Fortnite, your skins are able to cross over between them, with the exception of whatever the age rating issues are. But like the thing with Lego is they've got to completely rebuild the skins. Now, some of the collab skins did get made into Lego form. I think it's mostly like Marvel and Star Wars. So I don't know if we'll see like Lego Batman show up at some point or anything like that. But I thought it was interesting that there is no Lego Deadpool. There's no Lego form for Deadpool in the Lego Fortnite mode, but there are Lego versions playable for the other X-Force members that dropped the same time he did a few years back: Cable, Domino, and Psylocke. So I don't know how that works. Maybe they think Deadpool is just not child-friendly enough to warrant putting him in Lego Fortnite. I think that's kind of silly. I mean, it's a Lego. You already put him in the main Fortnite game. I mean, the big Deadpool movie is an R-rated film, so would that mean technically he shouldn't be in the teen-rated stuff either? I mean, who knows how they think with this stuff. But anyway, I would be interested in seeing how they could make a fighting mode work within Fortnite. Like, just a mode where, here's how I would do it. Any skin is automatically usable. First and foremost, you bought these skins. They want to do all this stuff under the same like banner. I mean, it's basically like, the whole idea behind the NFTs and all that stuff. Like, oh, you own this now. It's yours. It belongs to you. That's still not really what Fortnite skins are. You're paying for them, and you can't sell them, so you don't really own them. You can't take them anywhere. But like I said, like people tried to explain, the only way that something like that would work is if every game company agrees that these assets are interchangeable and that they will all work within the same, they will all work no matter what game you import them to. Well, because the only way this works in this case, as you see, is with Epic developing basically 4 different games that are all, what's the word I'm looking for? They're all based through Fortnite. They're all centered around Fortnite, and they are a part of Fortnite. So, and developed by Epic too. So, that's how you're gonna get that. Like, you're not gonna see a game where, And by the way, just to remind you, like, none of the anime skins, I think, have any compatibility with Lego Fortnite. Whether they will or not in the future, who knows? Maybe. I mean, I think playing around as Lego Goku would be really fun. But that would depend on Toei, and I don't know if Toei would want to bother getting involved with that. But it is Epic. They're already working with Epic, so who knows? But anyway, back to the fighting game stuff. What I would do is make, of course, every skin playable, and then you're allowed to just customize the move set of your character or save various move set. Like you're given like a generic set of moves: punch, kick, like light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick, and you're allowed to just go in and set what your character does when they jump. Do they get a punch? Do they get a kick? How do you input? Like you get specials, but you have to input the specials a certain way, or maybe the specials are locked to a particular input. I don't know. But you keep everything generic and free. So right out of the gate, you get like generic energy blast or fireball, and it's a very basic thing. And if you want, say, like if like okay, you want to use the Kamehameha. Okay, you don't have that, but you do have like a generic energy beam that the game automatically gives you. But because it's cosmetic, you can buy the Kamehameha, which would include the animation for it, and it would look just like the Kamehameha from Dragon Ball, only there's really no difference. Just a similar idea to like how default skins work, and that they don't give you any creative advantage. They don't give you any advantage actually, and they're all cosmetic. Some of the skins have built-in emotes, but that's a little different. I mean, they don't really do anything but change. They mostly just change your appearance for the most part. But like I said, you have your finisher move is a big energy blast, but you want like the super Kamehameha. Okay, there you go. And then they even will have like just I guess you could just borrow the Kamehameha audio that they got for Masaka Nozawa for Battle Royale when the Kamehameha was a mythic item for the few times that they put it in. So I think you'd do stuff like that. Same with like the Hadouken or any like just grappling move, just anything. If you want like signature moves, you'll have to pay for those. I think that would be a nice workaround so that you don't have to buy anything, but any skin in your locker you could have and use as a base fighter. That way your entire locker becomes the roster. Like you can have a game, you can make it to where you can have Goku fight Superman in Fortnite and then sort of play around with whatever move sets they give you to where you feel like, hey, you could maybe try to recreate Dragon Ball Z Budokai as best as you can. Like, it wouldn't be that much free. Like, I doubt they'll give you like the ability to fly, but you could get like a very basic 2D fighting game out of this. I think it would be cool. And I bring this up because again, like with them, pushing this metaverse thing that they want Fortnite to be basically its own little section of the world in a way. Like they want celebrities there doing concerts. They want you to play these different game modes that don't have anything to do with Fortnite Battle Royale or shooting games. And I've tried Lego Fortnite. As of this recording, I actually did try Lego Fortnite, and I did not dislike it. It was a little frustrating because it's very different to Battle Royale, and again, why they call it a different game entirely. It's a survival game, at least the mode that I tried, and you're supposed to build up your own little village while exploring the island that you're on. And again, I didn't hate it. Running around an island as, the original Jonesy skin, recruiting characters like Meowscles is pretty fun. I just got to get used to playing it and figure out exactly how to make things work efficiently. But again, fighting game mode has been something I've thought about before. Thought it would be really cool. And this could open up, this whole thing could open up Fortnite into exploring with more style of gaming. Like, what if we get like 2D platforming? What if they do a collab with Nintendo and you can bring Mario in, and they have specific almost, maybe not. I doubt that they would offer direct competition with Mario Maker, But you could put, maybe they could get Mario as a skin for a platforming game. Now, what would a Fortnite platforming game look like? 2D or 3D? I have no idea. But I mean, it's interesting to think about. The fighting game thing just seems like an easier route to go, in my opinion, where you don't have to, where you just let everybody use whatever skins they've got and you just customize the movesets. I think that works. Maybe you could set the character to fight with a weapon, and even stuff like that. Would emotes work? Like, I don't know. It would just be interesting. Even just using this image I created here, like Ryu and Goku, John Cena, Peter Griffin, and Superman in a fighting game mode within Fortnite. You could turn this mode into an official, legit, legal incarnation of Mugen. Because that was always the appeal of Mugen, was putting any character that you can find online in the engine and playing and filling the roster up. I remember that from when I was in school. Mugen's been around forever. Smash Brothers was pretty much the closest thing to that because it was a fighting game. And with Ultimate, they pretty much put in, it's an all-time great roster. But it's still only limited to video games. With Solid Snake showing up in Fortnite, that will make 2 characters playable in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that have crossed over into Fortnite. And so, who knows? Apparently, Epic did say that their move to age restrict or put age ratings on the various Fortnite modes has opened up the door for them to collab with companies that they may not have been able to collab with before for Fortnite. So the first thing comes to mind, especially since Fall Guys was part of the event, if you remember, right before all of the we got to check out Lego mode and all that. One of the Fall Guys beans, or I guess that's what they call them, floated by Jonesy as or your character as you're going through this whole little in-between universe metaverse right after the Big Bang started. So that's left me wondering if maybe they may be planning to actually incorporate Fall Guys into Fortnite at some point. Maybe the same with Rocket League. Any game that they outright own, they could maybe discontinue it as separate games and say, like, okay, well, if you want to play Fall Guys now, you're going to have to play it from within Fortnite. I mean, I think that's kind of weird, but I think people would probably get over it after a while. Although, I don't know. But, I guess as long as it remains free to play, I guess that would be fine. Although it seems like the world is starting to kind of get away from free-to-play games. Like, so many of these live service games have just all fallen to the wayside. And I think there's just too many of them. I think there are too many games that are dependent on people continuously spending money on them. And most of these games have not proven themselves to be worthy of people's money, whether fairly or unfairly. Like, not every game can be as successful as Fortnite. So, if you're going to try to be the next Fortnite, then you need to come in with a plan, and you can't be surprised if that doesn't work out. There's a lot of, there's a bunch of different, and sometimes even in cases where it looks like there's a solid plan, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Look what happens in multiverses. Multiverses had to shut down temporarily because when they launched, which apparently was not the real launch, they're saying it was just a beta launch, even though it had battle passes. When that launched, it had like thousands and thousands and thousands of active players in its earliest, at the earliest point. When they shut that down, there was hardly anybody playing it. And I think that to some extent, it's the free-to-play model has just turned people off. I think people would rather pay money to get the whole base roster instead of having to fight to earn to unlock everybody. At least I do. Like I've changed my opinion on this, I think, before. Like the idea of free to play where you can try characters and all that. But if you've got to constantly keep playing this game just to earn the points needed to unlock characters, you don't even get like a base roster, I think that might turn some people off. But on the other hand, I think that worked for Killer Instinct when they brought that game back in 2013. It ran off of a free-to-play model that only lets you use one character in rotation, and that seemed to work fairly well for them. And then, of course, you could buy the whole game if you liked what you saw. But I don't know. I just think, if they're going to do this, if they're going to introduce a bunch of different games within Fortnite, and they're going to be considered separate games entirely, then do a Fortnite versus. I don't know what you could call it, but as long as everybody has access to their skins, and you basically build your own roster, yes, it will cost V-Bucks, but if you've been playing the game for a while, if you've already been collecting skins because you just like getting the skins for Battle Royale, then your roster's already built. It's there, waiting for them to implement this. So, I don't know. That's just an idea that I've had that I've probably talked about it once or twice on the channel before, but I wanted to focus on it now because I think with them doing these different modes, that's probably an idea that at least somebody within Epic has thrown out there at some point. Especially with the different memes of all the crossovers and everything like that. And when you have a situation where I believe Fortnite is the only game where you can legitimately have that, or that legally and completely on the up and up has Goku and Superman in it, then if you do a fighting game mode, you can actually have them fight officially within this game. So there you go, and that's just those two. That's just that one dream fight. You could probably go through death battles, various matchups from over the years, and have a bunch of them play out within this mode. So just something to think about. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and give me your ideas for this kind of thing. What kind of mode would you like to see Fortnite make? If they do a fighting mode, what characters do you want them to, how would you do it? How would you want them to do it? Do you think it would be fair to say, like, have a Kamehameha, do more damage because it is a known technique? Or is that unfair to people who don't want to, would that make it pay to win? And therefore, it would be unfair. I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you for watching. I'm out of here.